First, we have the headlines. IDPs of Ikau not to participate in Ningol Chakauba, appeals to return them to their respective homes as a Ningol Chakauba gift. Sur Chandra Pengba from Hyangthang offer Pengba and Kabak in cheaper price for Ningol Chakauba. Security forces seize cache of arms and explosives in hill and valley districts. Damdai Christian College launches campaign to combat exams malpractices. India-China begin troop disengagement. And Israeli strikes kill 36 in Gaza, 3 journalists in Lebanon. Hello, good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News at 3. Now, the news in detail. Internally displaced persons, IDPs of Ikau in Phal East District, who are taking shelter at the relief camps of Sajiwa, have expressed that they are not willing to participate in the upcoming Ningol Chakauba. Instead, they appeal to return to them to their respective homes at Ikau in Phal East District, where their houses were completely destroyed by the Kuki militants as a gift of Ningol Chakauba. Speaking to media persons, one of the women displaced person, Takelambam Ibeyaima, said inviting them by many groups and organizations for the upcoming Ningol Chakauba is very unfortunate. However, they are not in a mood to attend the festival at this present situations in Manipur. Instead, they demand to return them to their respective homes as a token of love and gift of coming Ningol Chakauba. She drew the attention of the authority concerned to look into the matter.
Handaki sahijigi oina langiba Ningol Chakauba sida aikoigi Ikaugi oina likke masidi oina koi Ningol jingi saugi ajararoige maikai kudimaktagi aikoi bung sibidana likke amda laiba Ningol aikoi bung sibidana cha kaunabagi baton thabira pakunimak harau ba nungai ba phongdoksari thamoide penjai adumo likke amda laiba Ningol oibe aikoigi aikoine yumda hanjinjaba matam aikoigi laikai aikoigi khungbangda hanjan Bamatamda Hanjan Hanbata Sarup Yabiduna Mateng Pambiduna, I could be random the Hanjan Hanbiu, Maduna Labang Yam, the Piba, Likim, the Lay, when you all equate Piba, Doni Hangalongs again. Aduva, I could be Wahungi and the Zoo, Lagliba, Matangi Sahi, Ningol Chakauba, a Koibu, Nimola Koibu, Likim, the Lady, when you all equate Yum Dungeon Zeraga, I could go the own giving one you Chakaubi again, I could Yum the Gitsage, Machina Babum Mirena. Mapok simagi Ningol will be quite a little the lady Ningol will be quite a people that Kinana and Lobzege. I think it's a you and it's so yard.
Mamma is a whole banana. Nahamu Sako, but I don't get the English powder. Lady Woman, the Gizako was a copy. My tongue is a go, but you take you in a coat. Ako'y hindi mo sa ako kung ito doon na ako yung dahan biyo mayam na saluga biyo masimatag at ay sa ako buural nung araw ako yung mayam na saluga biyo kasi sa ning baso hawde ako hindi mo sa ako kung ito doon na ako yung dahan biyo matangit sa ako ba
Sur Chandra Pengba Farm, which is located at Hyangthang, today offer Pengba, scientific name, Osteobrama velangeri, and Kabak, scientific name, Syrinas reva, in cheaper rates in connection with upcoming Ningol Chakauba festival. Speaking to media persons, the proprietor of the firm and who is also an international awardee in fish farming, Soibam Surchandra said, in the previous year, no Ningol Chakauba was held due to the present unrest in Manipur. Therefore, no fish was sold in his farm. However, this year, the Ningol Chakauba to be celebrated in a meaningful way. His farm is trying to offer pangba and kabak to the people of Manipur. All the pangba and the kabak are fully grown. 2 to 3 fishes may weigh about 1 kg. The fishes are ranging from 250 grams to the 500 grams. As the fishes are fully grown, the taste will also be different, he added.
Tongana pingba kaktega khaba kaktegi oiba mela adum tong lakshabani mayam na gi farm ji dum es tombe sense integrated fish farming haidi pingba farm haiga judum khangni aduga ai mamang da India government na piba Dr. Heralal Chaudhary National Best Fish Farmer Gold Medal Award phangjagre 2001 da aduga matung da state award mapalak phange haidi fish fair kam fish co competition koi fishery department na government Manipur na sinba nga gi mela da ai mapalak yawbagi manung da ai Taruk first position, Anirak second position, Abukna third position. Main phangjai loena hogiba 2022 da international award achievement award phangjagre.
On the other hand, when asked about the prices of the fishes, Surchandra said, though the pangba and kabak will be sold at the rate of ₹600 per kg each, in the past fish fair held at his firm, the rate was ₹800 per kg. However, due to the financial situations in Manipur, the rate has been reduced. If people demand for the fish, it will be available from today. However, the fish fair, especially pangba and kabak, will held on November 2, 1 day ahead of Ningol Chakauba, he added.
Handaki hogiba chahi tara mathogi mamangdagi torokbugumna ai pengba farm hyang thangda ai samaki farm da sei khudingi ningon chako no walingida pangthokpa pengba madi khabak kaktegi mela si sei ani lepro matungda aidi lan ga mangona sei covid tegi lebak puduna ona sei ani sureduna handakti khitang oi lan pharakpa khitang torkuja waro parjajing haidi relief camp da leriba parja miyangbi yega ai pengba ji mamang dong tu puthoksideba mongda Pengbaji size yam phajana haidi nga amana gram sahum degina sawa bawo lumbagi sangse seidai puthoksare ruga ai mamanju minimize rate haidi lupa satrukta satuk kakdai phangan nai thawang tokjari aruga ngasi haiba khogi nimisida khogi media gi sinaungsingna haiba ai gi pengbagi size masibu haidi mayamda khogi yenghannabi damukta haidi kam phajai phajati habato ingni damukta khogi lengbiro ledna lakatu beningon chako bujigi mangoi nena ai pengbaji adum kanaguma chako bumangde kongba mi yorgasu koi adum ko bu yale dong dai pengbaji phagalaga thamjare ngasidegina tang ahum chako bunum phodum pharaga thamjagani apam bamba laga dum loba yagani aruga loinena mamanju ya minimize rate pijage mayamda ai chako bujigi yenga.
Authorities in Manipur successfully recovered a substantial catch of arms and explosives from the Bishnupur and Imphal West district, as reported in a police statement released on Friday. The operation in the Iyung Makhong, Bishnupur district yielded an extensive collection of weaponry, including an SLR 7.62 mm rifle, 1 magazine 6 HE 36 grenades, 4 grenades arm rings, 2 tear gas grenades, 3 Stingers grenades, 5 dual cells and 2 WT sets Boe-Feng. Additionally, authorities discovered an improvised explosive device (IED) weighing approximately 2.3 kg alongside 4 HE-36 grenade detonators. Simultaneously, in Santipur Makhalikai, located in Imphal West district, officials confiscated a single barrel gun, 2 locally made 9mm pistol complete with magazine, an empty 7.62 LMG magazine, 3 M67 hand grenades with a detonator, a tube launchers and 4 rounds of live ammunition. The recovered arms and explosives have been handed over to the appropriate police stations for further investigation and necessary action. Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh said that there has been a significant progress in the state's educational infrastructures and housing initiatives during a series of updates this week. So, taking to the mid-tweeters on October 25th, Singh said that the working women's hostels at the Pedigree College in Ukhrul district has been completed. Furthermore, and he noted that the construction of a new girls' hostel and science block at the same institution, funded by the Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram and the management of the Boarding Education and Development Society, is progressing well. We are ensuring that every corner of the Manipur thrives with new opportunity and educational growth for our youth, Singh stated. Earlier on October 24, Singh addressed the successful establishment of an alternative housing complex at the National Games Village in Langol, which now accommodations to 120 families comprising 460 individuals displaced from areas including More, Churachandpur and Phobak Chau. Our government remains committed to supporting the rehabilitation and well-being of every displaced family, he added. Manipur's Damdai Christian College has launched a campaign titled Free and Fair Exams, aims at promoting academic integrity and addressing unfair malpractices during the examinations. The campaign, which was launched as a part of the one-day awareness program, aims to curb unfair means during examination and foster a culture of honesty and responsibility among the students. Faculty members, students and staff participated in the program, emphasizing the importance of maintaining ethical standards in academic assessments. As a part of the campaign, students were urged to take a pledge to refrain from using unfair means during exams and to act as role models for their peers. They demonstrated their commitment by signing a pledge board promoting a message, "Together we can create a future where integrity, fairness and equal opportunity thrives in exam." The board also outlined 4 key principles: uphold honesty in my exam, respect the efforts of my peers and understands that success is meaningful when achieved fairly, adheres to all the examination rules and regulations, be accountable for my actions in upholding the integrity of the exams process. The campaign garners widespread support from parents, educators and local community leaders who view as the crucial steps in ensuring the students in Kangpokpi district excels not only academically but also ethically. The initiative is expected to spark similar movements in other schools, further in promoting a culture of fairness and integrity across the region. Speaking at the event, Pautin Saikibgans highlighted the significance of the program, calling it thoughtful and relevant. India and China have begun through disengagement at the 2 friction points at the Demchok and the Depsang plains in eastern Ladakh, and this process is likely to get completed by October 28 to 29, Army sources said on Friday. The process follows an agreement firms up between the 2 countries on patrolling and disengagement of troops along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh, a major breakthrough to end the over 4-year standoff. Sources say that the patrolling will begin at the 2 friction points once the disengagement is done, and both sides will move their respective troops and dismantle temporary structures. Eventually, they added the patrolling status is expected to move back to pre-April 2020 level. The agreement's framework was first agreed upon at the diplomatic level and then military level talks took place. The Army sources says, adding that the nitty-gritty of the agreement was work in corps commander level talks. Adhering to the agreements between the 2 sides, Indian troops have begun to pull back equipment to rear locations in these areas. Sources say that the MP spoke about the concerns over the issues during a briefing by Foreign Secretary Bikram Misri on Israeli-Pakistan's conflicts at the meeting called by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on External Affairs, headed by the senior Congress MP Shashi Tharoor. On China, sources said the MP asked why there was no joint statement by both the countries to announce the agreements and why China was not seen enthusiastic about it. MPs were also told that there are also times when joint statements are issued. The Foreign Secretary says India-China agreements will restore the situations which prevailed prior to the water crisis in 2020, sources said. Israeli strikes killed 36 people, many of them children, in Gaza and 3 journalists in Lebanon on Friday, as worries grew about supply shortages in Gaza and international pressure for a ceasefire mounted. The deaths reported by Gaza health officials were the latest in the southern Gaza city of the Khan Younis, where people have in recent days lined up for bread outside the city's only bakery in operation. They come days after United States Secretary of the State Antony Blinken said that Israel had accomplished its objective of effectively dismantling Hamas and implored both sides to revive negotiations. However, before Blinken was set to meet with Arab leaders in London on Friday, an Israeli airstrikes on the guest house where journalists were staying in the southeast Lebanon killed 3 media staffers. Outside of the now collapsed buildings rented by the various media outlets, cars, marks, press lay covered in dust and rubble after the strikes. Associated Press photos showed. The Israeli army did not issue a warning prior to the strike. Representatives of the news networks and the Lebanese politicians accused Israel of war crimes and intentionally targeting journalists. These were just journalists that were sleeping in bed after long days of covering the conflict, said Imran Khan, a senior correspondent for the Al Jazeera English, who was amongst the journalists in the compound. In a social media post, he said that he and his team were unhurt. The Beirut-based Pan-Arab Al Mayadin's TV says 2 of its staffers, camera operators Ghassan Nazar and the broadcast technician Mohammed Rida, were among the journalists killed early Friday. Al-Mana TV of the Lebanon's Hezbollah group says its camera operators Wasim Qasim was also killed in airstrikes on the Hasbeya region. Pastor Hasid's runners' presence will certainly be a big boost for the Delhi as they aim to put up an improved performance against the Assams in the Group D encounters of the Ranji Trophy starting today, October 26. While Hasids will walk in the place of the Navdeep Saini, who has left for India A tours of Australia. The absence of the Ayush Badoni and the Anush Rawat, both playing emerging Asia Cups in Oman in batting departments, will hurt the hosts more as they begun for an outright win against a team which will miss its main player Riyan Parak. Riyan, now a regular member of the Indian T20 teams, is currently at the NCA under the supervision of the medical team before he leaves for the 4-match tour of the South Africa. The Feroza Kotla track used in their last match was flat, allowing Tamil Nadu to make a mockery of Delhi's bowling attack as they rack up 674 runs in their first innings, securing 3 points in the process. Delhi head coach Sarandeep Singh opted for 2 out of rhythm spinners in off spinners Mayank Rawat and left arm spinners Harsh Tyagi. In 88 over between them, they managed to bowl only 3 maidens, allowing B-Sai Sudharsans and Washington Sundar to strike during the last match. It will be intriguing to see if Delhi offer the more talented off-spinner Shibam Sharma and left-arm spinner Sumit Mathur instead of the out-of-form duo. A total of 38 candidates are in the fray so far for 5 assembly seats in Assam. Assam by-elections will be held on November 13 as the nomination process concluded on Friday, with 24 nominees submitting their documents on the last day and official release set. On Friday, 3 candidates filed their nomination paper for Dholai, 1 for the Sitli, 5 for the Bungaigon, 12 for the Samaguri and 3 for the Bihagli. Prominent candidates in the fray so far are BJP's Diplu Ranjan Sharma in Samaguri, AGP Dipti Moy Chowdhury, wife of the 8 times party MLA Pani Bhushan Chowdhury in Bungaigon, Congress Chayata Bora in the Bihali, and the Bodo People's Front Sudho Kumar Basumatri in Sitli. The nomination papers will be scrutinized on October 28 and the last day for the withdrawal of the nominations is on October 30. The BJP is contesting 3 of the 5 constituencies, Bihali, Samaguri and the Dholai, leaving Bungaigons and Sitli for its alliance partner, AGP and UPPL respectively. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
The relief camp to Lady Baichilina Singna Saba Polam Sing Labiu. Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation na known branded Tauraba, Sumna Kaktagi, Lupali Singamadagina, Lisingamaka Chamri Fawada Mamal Oiba, Combo Gift Pack Pangbigani. Masida, Nimit Kuding Seasonariba, Dup Taumai, Fi Sunanaba Kon Fianganaba, Haksang Noinaba Sapon, Final, Fazaraba Bek Amada Yauri. Amaromda State Handloom Expo October 13 dagi November 3 fauba iboy amasumang lila sanglen na pangthok jaragani. Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Pauna Bazar na sinba mela asida numit khudingi sizinaba polam singi mathagta kauna liwa ihongi polam sing yauna Manipur gi relief camp to lebe chile naw sing nasaba polam kaya ama uchagani mela asibu yengba lakpiyo amadi miyamna relief camp to lebe chile naw sing na sem sajariba polam sing asi laibiduna pungning thogatpiyo thawna hapiyo haina paujenjari.
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anaw ba contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur ihan hanba oina wedding set laibi ba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre booking tobiduna khudong jaba silobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina ba idamakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on with the process of filling nomination papers for by-elections in 2 seats in Sikkim concluded on Friday, with contestants of the Citizens Action Party Sikkim submitting the papers on the last day, officials said. The 2 seats now have a total of 7 candidates. CAPS nominee Mahesh Rai and Provincia Hang Suba filed their nominations from Namchi, Singhithang and the Sorang Chakung Assembly constituency, respectively. Satish Chandra Rai, SKM, Daniel Rai, SDF, and the Yotsna Rai, substitute candidate of the SDF, are the 3 other candidates who submitted their documents for the Namchi Singhithang Assembly seats earlier. Besides Subha, the former MLA Aditya Golai, SKM, and the Prem Bahadur Bhandari, SDF, are the other 2 candidates who filed nomination paper for the Sorang Chakung constituency, officials said. The much anticipated DNA Alumni Carnival 2024 commenced today, ushering in a festive spirit with the Honorable Minister for Education Raju Basnet gracing the events as a chief guest. Held on the premises of the Tasi Namgyal's Academy, the carnivals welcomed several esteemed guests, including MLA of the 21 Nathang Machong, Pamim Lepcha, and MLA of the Gangtok Dale Namgyal Barfungpa, along with other dignitaries and community leaders. Opening the day's activities was a lively performance by the Pipers Band, whose vibrance and rhythmic melodies brought the audience to life. The band's spirited presentation sets on the energetic tone, followed by the cultural dances and musical performances that paid homage to the region's rich tradition, showcasing local customs through colorful attires and soulful melodies. Attendees were treated to be a blend of the culture and camaraderie, as sports activities also took center stage, fostering friendly competitions among alumni, students and the community members. From traditional sports to team games, the carnival sports events highlighted TNA's commitment to holistic education, blending athleticism with the cultural celebration. TNA alumni carnivals went beyond mere festivities, aiming to fortify ties between the alumni and the current students. This event isn't just a celebration of the school's accomplishment. It's a bridge between the past and the present, said Chief Guest Raju Basnet. Indra Hang Suba, members of the Parliament Lok Sabha from the Sikkim, has been appointed as the members of the Consultative Committee for the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, marking a significant step in his political career. Through a social media post, Subha extended his gratitude to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Speaker of the Lok Sabha Om Birla for entrusting him with the opportunity to play a role in advancements of India's food processing industry. In his statement, Subha expressed his enthusiasm for the new position and the responsibility it entails. It is an honor and a responsibility to be entrusted with this opportunity to serve, he stated. I am committed to advancing policy that will uplift our farmers, fortify rural economies and expand India's agricultural value chain. Food processing plays a critical roles in realizing our nation's goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and I look forward to working collaboratively with my fellow members to make meaningful contribution. This appointment positions Subha at the forefront of the sector essential to India's self-sufficiency goals, especially for enhancing the values and the reach of the agricultural products. The Tripura units of the CPIM accused the BJP-led governments in the states of diverting people's angers by fomenting communal tension. Addressing a press conference after the party's state committee meeting, CPIM State Secretary and the leader of the oppositions in the assembly, Jitendra Chaudhuri, claims that the peoples are angry over the non-performing government, which has failed to address their problems. The State Committee meetings reviews the prevailing socio-political and economic issues that have influenced people's life in the last 1.5 months. Communal incidents at the Kadamtala and the Pekuchera in North Tripura are nothing but an attempt by the BJP-led government to divert people's attention from the real issues. Laws and orders have deteriorated, with twins and mothers in the hearts of Agatala and the deaths of the tribal youth allegedly due to the torture by the police, he said. Iranian authorities have issued an additional 6 months prison sentence against the Nobel Peace Prize laureate Narges Mohammadi, a group campaigning for the activists said. The Free Narges Coalition says in a statement on Thursday that Mohammadi was sentenced on October 19 to an additional 6 months in the prisons on the charge of disobeying and resisting order. According to the statement, the charge was brought after Mohammadi staged a protest against the execution of another political prisoners in the women's ward of even prisons on August 6. Mohammadi is the 19th woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize and the second Iranian woman after women's rights activist Shirin Ebadi in 2003. Mohammadi, 52, has kept up her activism despite numerous arrests by Iranian authorities and year behind bars. She is being held at the Iranian notorious Evin prisons, which houses political prisoners and those with the Western ties. She already had been serving as a 30-month sentence, to which 15 more months were added in January. Iran's government has not acknowledged her additional sentencing. The latest orders reflects the Iranians' theocracy's anger that she was awarded the Nobel Prize in October 2023 for years of activism despite a decades-long government campaign targeting her. Mohammadi was a leading light for the nationwide women's-led protest sparked by the death last years of the 22 years old women in the police custody that has grown into one of the most intense challenges to Iran's theocratic government. That woman's Mahsa Amini had been detained for allegedly not wearing her headscarf to the liking of the authorities. The statement demanded Mohammadi's unconditional release, saying her health situations has deteriorated drastically during her long incarcerations and she is suffering from heart disease. And now let's take another short break. Again, keep watching for more updates.
Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Sciences, Panmei, Imphal East District, opposite to Manipur Police Training Center, MPTC, Hariba Institute AC.
Government private hospitals in the clinical exposed to
affiliated to Manipur University and then recognized by Pharmacy Council of India and then Indian Nursing Council, Masung MNC Manipur Nursing Council.
Admission form
Institute asida fangiba facility sing adadi separate boys and girls hostel, transport facility, amasung 12 hours library facility.
Approved by Ministry of HRD, New Delhi, Government of India.
Diabetes ko loina de hingliba sing tha magi manungda control to bangamle. Urea creatinine wangbasu tha magi manungda hanthaba ngamle. Khong hamba nungaite basu numit mangani gi manungda fahan bangamle. Pile saibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahan bangamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oy bangamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal oy bangamle. Fatty liver oy basu tha amagi manungda fagat han bangamle. Pumnamak natural oy ba hidak makhalna laying jabani. Hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite. Makhata na hidak chabagi mathaw su tararoy. Hena kupa parol gidamak ngasimak langsin birau Diabetes Hospital Soibam Laikai Ayangpali Road opposite Karkinos Jennings Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Start talk with Jitni Wombada, Mayamutara Mokchari.
Angang since panic setting de Marak saying the Harvard, okay, Matam so panic sepa Haiti, Harrisamna style type does that never do. Adugito, no music to guy and a kanze. Even I allowing either Luhong Wagi say, Luhong Wagi says you won't be me. Artist could maksu, audience could maksu, Queen Manipur Sam, PE, Nushitana, Lemina say, me amana. Power up mi amana kitang mayon chong po hor matam da hadi nushira ga dikata mi mang da ngang doino haibaina.
Welcome back. After the break, the Delhi Police Special Cell arrested at least 7 suspected suitors from the Lawrence Bisnoy gang planning to target someone in Rajasthan, officials said on October 25. The arrest comes days after the Bisnoy gang claims responsibility for the murder of the NCP leaders and former Maharashtra Minister Baba Siddique in Mumbai on October 12. Officials said that the 7 arrests were meth from Punjab and other states, and a huge quantity of arms and ammunition have also been recovered from those naps. It is suspected that they were planning to target someone in Rajasthan on the direction of the Arju Bisnoy, who is a close confidant of the jail gangster Lawrence Bisnoy, an official said. He said that accused are being further interrogated and it will also be proved if they are in many manners linked to the attacks on Baba Siddique. Amidst the surge in the Hawk bomb threats, a Shillong-bound SpiceJet flight from the Delhi met an emergency landing at Lokpriya Gopinath Bordoloi International Airport in Assam's Guwahati on Friday. The aircraft SEZ 2448 carrying 75 passengers landed safely and all passengers were unharmed, airport officials said. Airport authorities of the India Director Shillong Rajiv Ranjan said the flight was over Guwahati skies when a bomb threat was received through an email and the pilots made the decision to land at the LGBI airports rather than comes to Shillong airport. Reports of the Shillong airports not having facilities for such emergency landing are incorrect. We are fully equipped and our staffs are trained for such emergencies. But it's the decision of the pilots that prevails in such a scenario, Ranjan said. The Delhi-Shillong flight runs every Monday and Friday. Meanwhile, this is reportedly the 6th such Hawk bomb threats targeting SpiceJet. In the past few weeks, there have been over 80 such bomb threats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate and lay foundation stone for the development project worth over Rs 4,800 crore in Gujarat's Amreli districts on October 28. These initiatives encompass nearly 1,600 projects across the districts of the Amreli, Jamnagar, Morbi, Devbhumi, Dwarka, Junagadh, Porbandar, Kutch and the Botat, underscoring the push for the infrastructures and water supply improvement. The project includes Rs 705 crore worth of water supply initiatives under the Gujarat's Water Supply Department. Among them is the Bharat Mata Sarovar, a newly built reservoirs on the Gagadio rivers in Amreli constructed at the cost of Rs 35 crore, which PM Modi will inaugurate. The Prime Minister will also lay the foundations for the 1,000 water recharge initiatives including pit, bore wells and well recharge systems valued at Rs 20 crore alongside inaugurating 590 completed water projects. In transportation, PM Modi will inaugurate and initiate NHAI projects valued at Rs 2,800 crore, boosting highway connectivity in Gujarat. Additionally, he will inaugurate the Bhuj-Nalia-Gog convergence projects in the railway sectors value Rs 1,094 crore to enhance rail connectivity in the region. On October 28, PM Modi will also launch several water supply projects totaling Rs 705 crore. Key components include the Navda to Chavand bulk pipeline for the Botat districts, which will support the daily water supplies needs of around 67 lakhs people across 1,298 villages and 36 cities in Botat, Amreli, Junagadh, Rajkot and the Porbandar. These projects will deliver an additional 28 crore liters of water daily to the region. The Prime Minister will also inaugurate one of the highlighted projects, the Bharat Mata Sarovar, constructed at a cost of Rs 35 crore through a public-private partnership with the Dolakia Foundation. Located near Hatki Haveli in the Dudhdhala, Lathi, the reservoir has also been expanded to stores an additional 2 crore liters of water. Enhanced by the deepenings and the strengthening measures, this reservoir now holds a capacity of 4.5 crore liters. A banned Kurdish militant groups on Friday claims responsibility for an attacks on the headquarters of a key defense companies in the Ankara that kills at least 5 people. A statement from the military wings of the Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK said Wednesday attacks on the premises of the aerospace and the defense company TUSAS was carried out by 2 members of its so-called Immortals battalions in response to the Turkish massacre and the other actions in the Kurdish region. A man and a woman stormed TUSAS premises on the outskirts of the Ankara, setting off explosive and opening fire. 4 TUSAS employees were killed in there. The assailants arrived on the scenes in a taxi that they had commandeered by the killing its driver. The assailants were also killed in subsequent battles with security teams and more than 20 people were injured in the attack. The Turkey blames the attacks on the PKK and immediately launched a series of aerial strikes on the locations and facilities suspected to be used by the militant groups in the northern Iraq or by its affiliates in the northern Syria. The attacks on the TUSAS camps at the times of the growing signs of the possible news attempt at a dialogue to end the more than 4 decades-old conflicts between the PKK and the Turkish military. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 94028909882 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channels or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we wrap up, the headlines once again. IDPs of Ikau not to participate in Ningol Chakauba appeals to return them to their respective homes as a Ningol Chakauba gift. Surchandra Pengba from Hyangthang offer Pengba and Kabakin cheaper price for Ningol Chakauba. Security forces seize cache of arms and explosive in hills and valley districts. Damdai Christian College launches campaign to combat exam malpractices. India-China begin troop disengagement. And Israeli strikes kill 36 in Gaza, 3 journalists in Lebanon. Well, that's all we have for now. More updates coming up at 6 again. Till then, take care and have a great time ahead.